The league is back in the Premier League is back. Of course, you know that is in England. A lot of Nigerians follow this league so well. First day results: Liverpool won, Arsenal won, Manchester United won, Manchester City won. A lot of people think this is where we should be looking at and not any other. I'm sure Chelsea fans are waiting for me to mention their club size name, but they lost at the weekend.
Yeah, looking at these clubs, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool. I will not mention Aston Villa because you need to show a level of consistency before you are considered. Yes, they finished in top 4 last season. But when was the last time they finished in top 4? Probably more than 10 years ago. So for them to be mentioned in the mix, they need to show a level of consistency.
That's Brighton.
Yes, for Chelsea, Chelsea have signed too many players in the last 3 years. Too many players. It's time for Chelsea to sit down and begin to ask themselves, are we a football team or are we a circus? Where we just gather people to make fun and make the villagers laugh. Yeah, because when you sign, the rotation of players in and out of Chelsea in the past 3 years is just too much. But I watched that game yesterday against Manchester City, and they played some decent football. Because then again, it's Manchester City. It's not going to be easy against Manchester City. But for now, I'll just have Liverpool, Manchester City, and Manchester United in the mix for title contenders, and we'll see how it goes from there. But decent football all around over the weekend.
All right. I'll get back to you on the fact of decent football, but Miracle, we've seen Manchester United with a lot of injury concerns at the beginning of the season. Yet they're able to take out the London side, Fulham, by 1-0. Can they really manage this injury, at least this early part of the season, to put them in a good position? Because, like the coach will say, Ten Hag is saying that Manchester United is not fully ready for this season.
Yes, we know that they've had a lot of injury worries currently, with the likes of Tyrell Malacia, Luke Shaw as well injured. But they signed some quality defenders as well, with the likes of Matthias De Ligt and Nois Mazarawi coming in from the Bayern Munich side to add to their defensive squad already. So I feel like adding those quality players will also help to cover up for the injured players. Manchester United have been struggling in the past with the likes of Harry Maguire not being consistent enough, and the likes of Lisandro Martinez being injured throughout almost throughout last season, which actually cost a lot of it hampered their season last season, making Manchester United to actually finish very, very low below the par, 8th position, which was not a good one. Their lowest finish in the Premier League ever. So I feel like those injury worries, the season is just starting. I feel like for now, they might be able to use those players they sign as a backup before the season gets very tough.
China, let's look at Chelsea. Like you mentioned, they have over 50 players on their books for this season, but haven't lost, at Stamford Bridge in their very first fixture. The attention now is on their captain, Enzo Fernandez, for his racist remarks and not really on his performances on the pitch. Should Enzo Fernandez have been made captain, especially for the first game, aftermath of that racist remarks he made a few weeks ago?
People are going to look at it different ways. Some people feel Chelsea handed the captain's ban to show support for him in spite of the negative reports about him in the public. You are a player, stand by you, take the captain's ban. And some will say that. Others will say, for something as sensitive as racism, he should have been handed over the captain's ban. There are different ways to it. But again, who is the captain of the club is a channel. It is who the coaches want, management, the players want, and for whatever reason, the Chelsea people deemed it fit to hand Enzo Fernandez the captain's band for this opening match. Whether he is the substantive captain of the team for the season, I don't know if it has been told to us yet. But for the first part of the card, he was the captain on the day. About the racism thing, it's going to come and go eventually. He will either be sanctioned or not. But of course, whenever his name is mentioned, it should be linked to the racist remarks he made a few weeks ago.
Okay, still with you, China. Liverpool, a lot of people say they have not strengthened their squad. Manchester City seems to be in the same mix as well as a team that has not strengthened. Can they survive the matches ahead of them? A very busy season of UEFA Champions League and, of course, Europa League as well.
We still have about 12 days to the transfer window. Manchester City signed Silvinho. So that's one strength they've had to catch him. But we know they sold Alvarez to Atletico Madrid. So we expect a replacement for Alvarez. For Liverpool, Liverpool basically lost just 2 players before now, which is Thiago, who retired, and Matip, who went off on a free. Then in the course of the transfer window proper, 2 of the younger players left. Carvalho left, and some other young chap. So they after let go of 4 players, right? So we also expect that within the next 12 days, Liverpool will bring in at least 2 players. Now here's the thing: Liverpool fans want to always see new players, but fans are fans, coaches are coaches, management are management. So the coach came in and said, "Look, I will need time to look at the team I have and know where I need strengthening." He went with them for a preseason in the US and won all games in the preseason. Now, he probably thinks this team is strong enough. Probably thinks. Now, the one player he felt was needed to strengthen the team chose not to do the team anymore. And that's the rest of that player. So the team will need to reboot and ask themselves, is there anybody in the market we think we can bring in? For me, I think the team needs an extra defender, an extra midfielder. That's what I think.
Okay,
I'm not the coach.
We have to begin to.
For that coach.
We have to.
They know better.
We have to begin to wrap up now and look at the other aspect of matches played in Europe, in the Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga as well.